at Cincinnati's shooting numbers compared to Buffalo. At this point in 2021, Cincinnati had 261 shootings. Buffalo had 225, virtually the same. By the beginning of August in 2022, Cincinnati 261 shootings again, but Buffalo had reduced its numbers by 32%. Now we're in 2023. We're up to 250 people shot so far in Cincinnati, about the same as the past 2 years. Buffalo is down another 38%. I wanted to know what Buffalo is doing that Cincinnati is not. What is it that you are doing that Cincinnati should be doing?
You know, I don't know what strategies Cincinnati is using. I can speak what we're doing here and what's working for us.
We met with Buffalo's police commissioner on a warm July day near the corner of Fillmore and Broadway, a notoriously tough part of town. But along with the rest of Buffalo, this year things are different. Citywide, shootings are down 44%, homicides are down 60%. Is it possible you've just gotten lucky this year?
No. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say
Along with an overarching strategy of community policing, Commissioner Gramaglia implemented a very data-driven, targeted approach to enforcement.
It's a micro-hotspot violent crime reduction plan.
The hotspot concept is not new. It's been around since the 1990s when Minneapolis implemented a strategy of focusing enforcement on targeted areas of crime with increased patrols. Commissioner Gramaglia borrowed it, adapted it, and implemented it a year ago.
What is it that you mean by micro-hotspots?
Craig Macy is Buffalo's chief of detectives.
Now this, we can show in 500 foot by 500 foot areas where the gun violence is.
4,700 5-acre cells overlaid on an interactive map of Buffalo. Chief Macy showed us how shooting data is incorporated real time.
On Detroit Street at grid 2930 at specifically 257 was the shots fired.
Officers are then sent into the cells on directed patrols for 15-minute segments. They park, activate their overhead lights, and engage with the community.
But aren't you playing whack-a-mole? You know, you send a cop here, something's going to happen in this grid. Whack. Now it's going to happen over here. Whack.
To some extent, but they have a high visibility area, and you know they're out, one as a deterrence, and two they're collecting information for us as well. And then we make sure that those officers are in those specific grids at that time to cut down on the second and third offenses in those areas.
So, retaliation.
Yes.
There is constant monitoring and evaluation to ensure officers are on directed patrols in the right cells at the right times.
Every one of these red or blue dots should be overlaid by a yellow block, which means patrol is there the next days.
But we know that crime can always spike.
Mayor Byron Brown says he's thankful the micro-hotspot strategy appears to be working for now.
There isn't any one thing that's going to work week in and week out, year in and year out. So we monitor our tactics very closely. We look at the effectiveness of what we're doing, and we vary it periodically to get better results.
It really seems to be working.
It is. It's very, very data-driven, but it's also driven by the women and men of the police department who are very dedicated to go out and do the work we're asking them to do.
From breaking news to feel-good stories, Local 12 has it all. Tap subscribe and click the links for more content like this.